Hi, it's Bob Sager, and today I'm going to walk you through in this video how to use a very powerful tool it's actually called the Master Pocket Coach that I've been using since 1996 and has helped me go from probably 162,000 in 1996 to well over 1.1 million in commissions. And I've used it in my businesses over the years with just tremendous success. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to walk you through this powerful tool, how to use it, the little details in it, so you could have success in whatever business you're in. It doesn't matter. Especially, if you're a small business owner or you're a sales professional, insurance, finance, real estate, whatever the case may be. It's a very powerful tool. Now, before I start, let me say this. It's not about technology. It's about taking a pen or a pencil and putting it to paper. And when you do that, I don't know what it is, but there's magic in it. I think sometimes we get too caught up in using technology that it serves as a disadvantage to us rather than an advantage. So there's a tremendous power in just taking a pen, pencil, writing down things that you want to accomplish rather than using technology. I love technology, use a lot of it. Look what we're doing right now. But this tool is about carrying it with you, writing it every day, updating it every week, renewing it at the end of 90 days, getting a new one. This is your 90-day game plan. 90 days. 90 days is the month after next, after next. Quick. Very quick. So let's start. In fact, I've got some of my original ones here. This is one, as you can see here, from 1996. And then I've got some others from 2002 up until present. So I'm going to refer to these as well. So the best thing for me to do here is let me share my screen, and I'm going to walk you through this process, which I just love. So follow me here. So what you're going to get first, right? And if I've given you the PDF to go and print this, go to Staples, go to your local printer, have them print this PDF out that I've sent you. If I haven't sent it to you, let me know. You shoot me an email, Bob Sager, SAGAR 31@gmail, and I'll be more than happy for free to send you an email of this, right? So when you take this to your to Staples, you want them to print a 17-inch wide, 11-inch high sheet of paper, and then what you're going to do is just fold it, right? And as you can see here, that's the front, okay? And when you open it, it opens like this, and then like so, okay? That's what kind of it looks like, right? So that's why I've got my screen here. Let me make it a little larger so you could see it here. So so if you could see my cursor here, this is the front piece, right? Let me fold it back for a minute. This is the front piece here. And then when we open it up, and actually where it says focus on new habits, this is the back panel, right? And then when you open it, you see these two things. So let's just, for a minute, stay in the middle with me here, okay? I'm gonna walk you through each panel, okay? So the front panel, put your name, put your phone, put today's date, or when you're filling it out, because one sheet is for 90 days. One sheet is for 90 days. So this is your 90-day game plan, all right? So that's the first panel. Go to the back panel, right? Here's the back panel. It's folded, right? You see it there. It's right here. So we put this here, and I was taught many years ago that each of us, we are disciplined to our own habits, right? We don't believe in disciplines. I don't believe in disciplines. We have habits. You have a habit of getting up at 6 a.m. I have a habit of getting up at 7 a.m. You have a habit of going to the gym in the morning. I have a habit of going to the gym at night. These are habits. And we each could develop a new habit every 21 days. So what's the new habit you want to develop? So this little back page is very cool, right? Only change one habit or create one habit at a time. You can't do more than one. The brain can't handle that, right? So you put here a habit, and every day you do that habit, or you accomplish that habit, you check it off, check it off, check it off, check it off. By the 21st day, you've created a new habit. Go on to another habit. So if you notice what it says here, right? It says every person is disciplined of his or her own habits. It takes 21 days to establish a single habit. Establish one new habit at a time. Don't do more than that. Over the next 3 years, you can change 52 or create 52 new fundamental habits. So this is a very cool page here if you want to create or change a habit. Now, let's continue. So when you open up your Pocket Coach, there's the other 2 pages here. So the crucial goals, right? So this is, I love this section. This section here, because again, I've carried my Pocket Coach with me for 24 years. So I got to look at my goals on a daily basis, right? So if again, you look at my cursor here, the crucial goals, 3-year. What are my five top crucial goals that you want to accomplish over the next 3 years? 3 years, the year after next, not 5 years. It's too far. Just go 3 years. The year after next, after next. So you write down here, what are the 5 goals you want to accomplish? And then where do you need to be in 12 months? Because it's like eating an elephant. It's a bite at a time, a bite at a time, a bite at a time. Now, if you go to the other panel where it says, all right, what's the progress so far? So, so as you're moving forward in your goals and looking at it, you can make little notes and write down progress so far. When you get to the end of your 90 days, at the end of 90 days, write down where you actually, let me qualify that. Where do you need to be in the accomplishment of the 5 goals in 90 days? And you'll write that out. The one panel here, the one area that you'll keep updating is progress so far, progress so far, progress so far. So let's go back. Write down your 5 crucial goals. Where do you need to be in 12 months? Where do you need to be in the next 90 days? And what's the progress that you're making, whether it's next week, next month, in 2 months, and so on. All right. So these are I love these panels because, sometimes I got to a point where, I write down my goals and I wouldn't go and read them. Now I know that every week, every Sunday night, I review them. They're in front of me here. I'm looking to this side over here. Here's my journal with my Pocket Coach, and it's with me all day long. So it's very, very powerful. Okay, now this is going to be a little challenging because here's your Pocket Coach, right? You've got your back panel, the habits. When you open it up, you've got your crucial goals right there. This is how you'll fold it. And then when you go like this, see this? Okay, let me do my best here because it's a little upside down, but I'm going to read it to you. You'll get it, right? So on this side here, over here, which is this side here, and I sent you the PDF. You could, if you print it out, you could read it, right? Here's what it says. This panel here really took my income like this, and I'll show you why. It says the top 20 club, highest income within the next 90 days, right? And then the whole purpose to this is that I think, first of all, being 2020, we move so fast in our everyday lives that sometimes we forget about all of the little opportunities in front of us. Some slip through the cracks. We lose contact over here. We lose contact over here. So, earlier, before, when I was thinking about the video, I went back, and this is pretty cool here. I went back to my Pocket Coach back in 1996, right? And I'm looking at my top 20 club here. And I was in the insurance business, right? So the way I use this, and the way you should, if you're a sales professional or if you're a business owner, what are the top Who are the top 20 individuals that will bring you your highest income, that will bring you your greatest opportunities? If you're a real estate agent, who are the homeowners or investors or whatever that will bring you your highest income or your greatest opportunity? So I dealt with small business owners, right? So I would list all of the small business owners' names. I would list their phone numbers. And what was my target result? What did I think? First of all, I knew what I could help them with. So what was the revenue by me helping them that I expected or anticipated to bring in from that relationship, right? My 90-day strategy. What was I going to do with them? Did I need meetings? Did I need to nurture them? Did I need to take them out to dinner? Whatever that case may be. So I'm looking here, right? And this is really cool. I had all their names, their phone numbers, and then each in the target results, you know, this person here, I'm looking at this guy, Dominic. My target result was 50,000. Next person was 10. Next person was 16.4. At the end of the night, if I did this right, which I normally did, right? These top 20 individuals would have brought me back in 1996, $232,600. So that's powerful. I nurtured them like crazy, whether it's emailing, whether it's lunch, dinners, whatever the case may be. These were very powerful connections to me, and I never lost sight of them. Very powerful. Top 20 club. Again, if you're a business owner, if you're a realtor and you're a broker, right? Who's your top 20? Well, maybe your top 20 are your real estate agents that bring, so let's presuppose you've got 50 agents, 100 agents, right? Or you have a life insurance brokerage firm that you've got many agents out there. Well, maybe it's not the clients, but it's the agents. So you list the top agents there, the top 20 that you need to teach, train, nurture. What's the revenue they're going to bring to you? And then on the other side is the farm club. So the farm club, let me read it to you. Best income opportunities beyond the next 90 days. So those are people that you're keeping in abeyance. Well, maybe they're not your top 20 for the next 90 days. They're beyond, but you're not losing connection with them. You're staying in contact. I don't know whether you're sending them a text today, 2020. I didn't send them texts back then. So today what I'll do is I might shoot them a video. I might shoot them a text. I might send them an email. Maybe I'll go out to lunch with them, but I'm staying in touch with them and I could see them right here. This is where technology, as much as I use technology every day, I love this. This is very powerful for me. So when I franchised my company, right, I had all my franchisees down. Who were the ones that I needed to stay in contact with, that I needed to nurture and train and teach and coach and mentor? And it was very, very helpful, extremely helpful. So I love this part here. It's just an awesome, awesome section. Use it. Use it. Okay, let's now this is a little better here. Okay, this is the game plan. This is the deal, and you got to stay with me here because there's some components here that I need to explain to you. But this section is your 90-day business plan. It's your 90-day game plan. This part also escalated my business, escalated my income, helped me develop new capabilities, and so on and so forth. So let me walk you through this. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger. There we go. Maybe a little more. Oh, cool. All right, so that's good, right? Here is that other section there. Crucial goals. Okay, so let's stay here for a second. Let's just stay with me up here. So 90-day game plan, the 100% habit. Remember we talked about new habits? So if you notice it says free days. I want to just explain this a second so you understand it. Because I have a particular management style, call it a time management style, and it's 3 types of days that I was taught 25 years ago. And those 3 types of days are free days, focus days, and buffer days. And if you're a realtor, my goodness, I hope you buy into this, because I live with real estate agents every day and I see the way you work. To me, I'm giving you a gift here. This is going to be radical. It's going to be radical. But before I go into this, let me share a story with you and why I love this so much. And this story will prove it. So I joined Mass Mutual in December of 1992. January, obviously January 1993 was my full year. And in May of 93, our oldest son was born, Xavier. And we had my mother-in-law was able to watch him. My wife worked in the city at that time, and they were able to watch him on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday until my wife came home or I came home. But we could not, for whatever reason, find someone to watch him on Friday. I raised my hand. I said, I'll do it, right? I'll do it. So I had no problem. It was awesome. Every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was with my son. But something interesting happened that I didn't realize, that I did not have self-awareness of this. Realize this, I was in a new profession, new career, and now I'm taking off Friday, Saturdays, Sundays. Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. And at the end of that year, 1993, there were 1,500 new people that joined Mass Mutual. I ranked #1. And at the beginning of that year, I asked my sales manager, Sam, I said, Sam, what does the average agent make his first year? Oh, 35, 40,000. What? I don't want to make that. My goal was 125,000, right? And I had it all broken down. I needed to make $500 a day, blah, blah, blah. If I reached that goal, I bought myself a little reward, nothing big, but I constantly rewards, right? At the end of that year, I made 136,000. I ranked #1 out of 1,500 new people that joined Mass Mutual for 3 years, for 1993, 94, 95, right? And they looked at me like I had rocks in my head, like I was medieval, because I was 6 months into it. I only worked 4 days a week. And then in 1996, I joined my coaching program in Canada. And one of the things that Dan preached to us was this: take a lot of free time. Take a lot of free time. And I said, wow, I took off on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays in a new business, and I made more than everybody else. I reached my goal beyond. I get it. And then at the height of my business, making 500,000 plus a year, I was only working 3.5 days. I bought into this, and there's a lot more to it, which I'll get into in a second. Okay, so I want you to watch this whole thing because there's so much value here. So here's what a free day is. This is radical. Midnight to midnight, disconnection. No interaction with work, because the word free in Greek means to make new again, means to make young again, means to renew, means to generate. I remember, we went to the Bahamas 15 years in a row with our children. All of our neighbors would go. I'd have my free time. But my neighbors who were on Wall Street were on the phone. They weren't free. They were still connected, but they were in a prettier place. I'll never forget, all my employees knew, never call Bob, and never did, except one. This one woman kept calling me on free day. She didn't get it. I had to let her go. When I took my free day, I was off. When I took off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I couldn't wait to come back to work. I was so energized. No connection, no reading a journal about work, no nothing. Didn't talk to my family about work. Whether I was working on, I had vintage cars and this and that, and I worked on them, and I went to the gym, and I biked. I was with my family. It was awesome. Free days. And if you're a realtor listening to this right now, I'd love you to buy into this. It's just very powerful. Now let's keep going on. Focus days. A focus day, 80% of your day, if not more, is spent in revenue producing activities. It's game day. It's where you make your money. Focus, pure laser focus, right? And then a buffer day, prepares you for your free days. So for years, Mondays were my buffer days. I'd come in, never talk to clients, nothing like that. I would have meetings with my staff. I delegate this, delegate that. I'd also prepare my vacations, or I prepare for my free days, whatever it is. I had to do paperwork, whatever. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, boom, laser. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, free. The best. Unbelievable. So good. And again, it's radical. It wasn't radical for me because remember, I did that without realizing what I was doing. And I'll never forget when I first went into the class in 96, there was this gentleman, he was like 72, 75 years of age. And the guy was kind of teary-eyed. And Dan said, "What's wrong?" He said, "I haven't had a vacation in 12 years. So this is powerful stuff. Very, very powerful stuff. So let's continue. Let's talk about these three things down here: cleanup, delegation, and capabilities. So one of the other things that I was taught many years ago is before we could really grow and advance in our business and in our careers is we got to clean up our messes. We have to clean up our messes. We all have messes, whether it's financial messes, spiritual messes, health messes, marriage messes, family messes, whatever it is. And one of the things that I was taught early on is the more messes you can clean up, and I'm talking, you could have garbage around your office, you could have garbage around your home, whatever it is. I mean, we were taught, don't have anything on your desk except the file you're working on at that time. So messes could be like the things I mentioned, or it could be hoarding, whatever. But when you clean up messes, it does one thing, it energizes you. You know that tomorrow you go clean up something, wow, you feel good. You look at it, you feel good. So you want to clean up your messes. Next one, delegation. Now, if we've spoken, you might have heard me say at one time or another, delegate everything except genius. And that was the other thing that was drilled into my brain. Delegate everything except genius. So what does that mean? Well, you and I are good at certain things. We're not good at everything. And sometimes people don't know what they're good at, but whatever, right? And what I was taught was to do the things that I'm good at, that I enjoy, my unique ability. We all have a unique ability. Most people don't know what their unique ability is, and that's why they go through their whole life not enjoying what they're doing. You want to find out what your unique ability is? Go to Kolbe, KOLBE.com. It's not personality, it's ability. Answer the 36 questions. I think it's $30. I don't make anything from it, right? And there's no wrong or right, but it will tell you what your unique ability is. I recommended this to a guidance counselor at my children's high school. He looked at me like I had holes in my head. Imagine every high school student knew what their unique ability is. So when they went into the workforce, they went into business, they did what they were good at, they would live a happy life. So getting back, delegation. I know what I'm good at. So when I was building my businesses, right, I was good at lecturing. I was good at doing seminars. It was my sweet spot. I was good in front of clients. I'm a master communicator. I didn't want to do anything else. I didn't want to handle the paperwork. I didn't want to do that stuff. So I delegated it. 6 months into my insurance business, I had an assistant immediately. Delegated everything. I wanted to go do this. I wanted to be Frank Sinatra. I wanted to show up and I wanted to sing. I didn't want to bring the mic. I didn't want to bring the piano. I didn't want to bring all that stuff. I just wanted to show up. And at the height of my financial practice, I was only working 3.5 days a week, making a lot of money because I built a unique ability machine. I was good at this. Lori was good at this. Sherry was good at this. Karen was good at this. And if I wasn't lecturing or in front of clients, they didn't need me. They knew what to do. And I built this unique ability machine, very powerful. And lastly, I'm going to put this all together then, right? And then lastly is capabilities. Especially in today, 2020, we live in a very, very fast-paced, fast-moving business environment. And you know, I'm 61 years of age. This is halftime for me. Halftime. That's a good book, by the way, Halftime by Bob Buford, Going from Success to Significance. The next 10, 15, 20, 25 years are going to be awesome. Unbelievable for me. Retirement doesn't exist in my brain. But then again, when you're doing what you love, working 3 days a week, why would you retire, right? Retirement means to be put out of use. You have no purpose. That's not why we're here. But I know this, that I don't want to be left behind. I don't want to be left behind. I don't want the younger generation to know more than me. I want to have the capabilities of learning how to build a funnel, learning how to write good copy, learning how to do this, learning how to do different things, whether it's online or whatever. I want to be good. So, what are the capabilities, the new capabilities that you need to increase to build your business? So let me this is interesting because I love this. I'm just going to go back, right? And I'm just looking at cleanups here, right? And for me, this was interesting. I've got to take care of my bin folder, clean that up. I've got to hang these paintings, take care of that. My delegations, have Joanne fill out applications, concentrate on underwriting. I didn't want to do that, right? That was delegations, right? Capabilities. Learn how to use ACT. That was a sales software, right? I needed to learn how to do that. And it was just awesome. It's just I love this stuff. It's so powerful. So cleanups, capabilities, delegations, let's put it together. So now here's week 1 to week 13, right? And what you do, right? You could put, what's week 1? Is it March 16th, and then you go to March 23rd, all the way down, right? And then what you could do, if you want, you could draw a little line from the bottom here. Here's your goal, how many free days you want that week, and did you accomplish it? Write down how many free days you took, okay? So again, what I mean by a line, you'll draw a line from this lower box up here diagonally, and in the top half, you'll put down your goal, and you'll put down what actually happened. And at the end here, achievement. I achieved 75%. I achieved 100%. I achieved 125%, whatever it is, right? So, and then savings. Well, how much do you want to save, right? That's important. Total income. What income my numbers here are blowing me away that I'm looking at, right? Back in 1996. What is your income? So, I don't know, let's say you want to make this week $5,000. That's the goal. At the end of the week, you put in how much did you make, right? Each week, how do you eat an elephant? A bite at a time, a bite at a time, a bite at a time. Constant progress, 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 progress. At the end, if there's some extra time, you put that in, and then you write in your achievement. How many focus days do you want next week, the week after, and so on? It's very easy to do. And then buffer days, right? You could list your buffer days there. Okay, buffer days, you just want to put down how many you could write down, for the next 90 days, 15, 20. I always had 12 buffer days. That was me. Now, cleanups. You could write cleanups here. This is interesting. Watch this. You could write your cleanups. What is it that you actually want to clean up? And then you could write down how many buffer days do I need to clean this up? Because you don't want to clean up on a focus day. That makes no sense. Focus day is for making money. So how many buffer days are required? Like here, I'm looking at this, right? Clean up, out of bin folder, hang. I needed 1 buffer day, right? And then who did I delegate that to? That was me at the time. I delegated to that. I didn't need any extra dollars. What was my action step? My action step is I needed to delegate. I needed to schedule the day in my calendar. What buffer day, what day was that going to be that I actually did this? I scheduled it, put it in the calendar. Action step 2, and if there's a third, and what was my achievement? Delegation here, have Joanne fill out apps and so on. Buffer days required. I needed to teach her, to show her what to do. So it was one buffer day to me. Delegation, person, Joanne. I wrote Joanne's name in there. I didn't need any extra dollars for that, right? And then action step, review. Come back to her in a week, in 2 weeks, and review the progress and discuss it. And then lastly, capabilities, right? Learn how to use ACT. I need 2 buffer days for that. I put down 2 buffer days. It was my responsibility. I delegated it to myself. I didn't need any extra dollars at the time because I had the software. But then what's interesting, I wrote down here, action step, call Elliot to discuss. Elliot was my contact at ACT, and I wanted to go meet with him and go through that, right? And he would teach me that. And I put little check marks there. I accomplished the whole thing. So this is powerful to me. Again, it's taking the pen and writing it. It's not just technology. This could change your life. Is so life changing. Now they're all life. Listen, this section here, your goals, the top 20 club, the farm club, new habits, the 5 crucial goals. This is all life. The whole thing's life changing. But this here, this is the guts of it. Because why? What does this section do? This section will help you accomplish the 5 crucial goals over the next 3 years. This section is the lag measures. This is the lead measures up here. I forget the name of that book that taught me that. It was very, very good, by Stephen Covey's son. I can't remember the name of it, but it was good. So this is your game plan. This is your game plan on how to get there. This is it. So what this does is it gets you to break through your ceiling of complexity. We all hit a ceiling of complexity. Individuals, company, countries, governments, we all hit ceilings of complexity. The best way to understand that is think about it. In 2019, how much did you make? Let's say you made 125,000. In 2018, how much did you make? Let's call it 118. 2017, how much did you make? 126. 2016, how much did you make? 132. You've been hovering around that area. Well, how do you get to the 250? How do you get to the 500? How do you get to the million? There's your game plan right there. And it will tell you why you're not getting to the 250. It will tell you what you're not doing. Capabilities. You know the capabilities that you've got to develop. You know if you're doing everything yourself, and you know if you need to hire someone to delegate the responsibility. I didn't care if I remember her. Her name was Maria. She was my first assistant, first out of the gate. And I just gave her everything. I couldn't afford her at the time. I couldn't afford it. We had a new baby, all this stuff. And you know what the other crazy thing was? I'll never forget this. I'll tell you about that after. I didn't want to finish this part. I'm just thinking about something. Okay, so let's go to the next section. Here, this is really cool. What are projects, right? What are certain projects that you need to get done? Look what it says here, right? Let me see if I can make this bigger. Delegate as much as possible to skilled support staff and experts. Delegate it. So what are the projects? What are some projects that you need to implement to grow your business? Do you need to implement voicemail marketing? Do you need to implement other marketing strategies? Do you need to implement, I'm just thinking off the top, anything. What do you need to, so you write the projects here, right? Then, okay, buffer days required. Who's the person you could delegate it to? Extra dollars required. And then action steps, action steps, action step, and what are the targeted results? Okay, so let me give you a couple examples. I'm looking at some of the things I wrote down. At the time, I needed to write down a personal financial plan. I needed to put that together. I needed one buffer day. I needed to delegate it not only to me, to actually my colleague who helped me with this, Warren, at the time, and I scheduled the date. I did that. And then I needed to hire a sales and marketing assistant, right? I needed to do that. I needed another one. I needed to fix printers, set up an Office Scion at the time. Oh my God, that's a blast from the past. I needed to repair, I put that, I needed to repair my Jaguar. I had a 1968 Jaguar XKE that I bought many, many years ago when I was 23, and I needed to repair that. I needed to update my client management system. I needed to organize files more efficiently. I needed to get rid of my office. What did I mean by that? I didn't need an office. I was always out. And a lot of times we hide behind our office. And I was taught the no office solution, because a lot of times business owners, salespeople, entrepreneurs, they get caught up in their office. My business was out there. I need to go and get out there. I was able to do my business on the phone, whether it was a computer or whatever the case may be. So get rid of office, right? And I need to figure that out. And then I wrote down take golf lessons and so on and so forth. And I had all of these strategic projects that I wanted to accomplish, right? And I did. I didn't do it well. I did most of them, not all of them, but I got most of them done. So this tool here, to me is just, I mean, it was a game changer for me. Just a very, very powerful tool. So here, it's 2020. I still use it today. I changed it, or I didn't change it around much. I just, the color and the size or whatever it was. It used to be like this. Hold on, let me go back here, hold it up. It used to be like this for my coach, right? But I just changed it up a little bit. And I normally have a little clear sleeve that I put it in so it stays nice. But the strategies, the structure are timeless in here. They're precious, and they're not to be made small of one iota. This is where you want to go right here, right? This is where you want to go. This is your, your 5 crucial goals over the next 3 years, right? This is how you're going to get there, here and here, right? And then here, this is who's going to help you get there. When you analyze this, it's powerful. It's very powerful. So I hope, from me to you, you use it. I hope you implement it. If you need help, reach out to me. I'll help you with it. I'll help you with this powerful, powerful tool that took me from here all the way up here. It was just unbelievable what it did in my life. And I've been structured ever since. I've just been structured. And if I did not learn these habits, I don't know if I would have accomplished and continue to accomplish the things I do. So I love sharing this with you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you appreciate that. And I hope more than anything for you that you use it, because I know what it could do, especially if you're a sales professional, insurance, finance, real estate, especially the free days, the focus days, the buffer days, all that stuff. So it's pretty powerful. So that's it. I hope you enjoy it. If you need me, reach out to me. You've got my info. I'll put some more details in this video below. And if, I'm here for you, okay? I'm going to unshare my screen, stop sharing. There I am. Have a great day, and I wish you greatness. You could accomplish anything in your life. Anything. I know that. Take care. Bye.